Hey guys, I'm Maya and I am the executive producer of RaiderRadio back again, and I am here with Elena.
Hey guys.
And Miss Sosa.
Hello.
So Miss Sosa, we are going to be talking about Homecoming and Spirit Week since you are the activities director. So let's get into it. So to start off, we're just going to talk a little bit about your planning, how you go about coming up with all the themes and everything. What would you say is the thought behind the theme?
So we start planning like the moment we're done, like Saturday night after the dance, I'm already thinking for the next year. So it really is like a year planning process. But the theme in particular, I have 2 retreats that I have with student government and the council, and we come up with the themes, and it takes a really long time, obviously, because we would try to pick themes that we think that is going to reach everyone, is going to build that community. So there's a lot of time and thought that goes into the actual theme and the separate days.
How did you come about Raider Records? Like, what was the process behind that?
Okay, so this is great. In this retreat that we have, so we have one in May, like when school's done, they stay and we have a full day retreat, and then they come back early and we have a full day retreat in August. Mm-hmm. So in May, we get together and then we kind of run a contest within the boards. So
wait, you and student government?
Yeah,
okay.
Us and student council. So we tell them, Miss Cuesta helps me a lot, and so she's there for the retreat. And so we gave them this like Google slide presentation where they kind of, I set them apart. They pick a theme and they have to like plan everything, like each day, what they're going to do, what the dance is going to be like all the details. And then we come together and they basically, tell the rest of the student council, like, this is what we picked. So each class does it. And then we vote as to which one is our favorite theme. That kind of is like that May retreat is just about pretty much picking that May theme. So there's like a ton of hours that go into that.
Do you think having like the students really come up with all the themes and things like that helps more people participate in Spirit Week, knowing that they have all the things?
Yes. I mean, I'm older, so what I like is so different, obviously, from you. Like, so that's, I always tell them, like, Homecoming, Spirit Week, this is for you. This is, this is a time you guys work so hard. You're so academically driven, so community driven, that this is kind of a week for you to enjoy, your individual personalities and have fun. So if you're not coming up with the theme and you're not picking things that are fun for you, then what's the point? Yeah, so it's definitely driven by them.
What would you say is kind of the biggest challenge of putting everything together?
No one understands the details, the logistics that go into planning everything. It's like every night I was up till 1 a.m. with like little things, security, or there are people coming on campus, or organizing the playlist for the country music, and asking people at the EO who could lead a line dancing, getting everybody involved. There's just so much, the devil's in the details, and there's so much logistics that go into it. Like even little things, like let's even give you at the dance, we do the bands. That's the first time I've done it at the Q Court, and there wasn't a trash can. So all those little things kept on flying everywhere. So it's like little things, like, so then I write a note, like, I'm like, okay, next year, make sure you have trash cans at the registration tables for the teachers. It's just like, it's the details and the logistics that kill you when you're doing events like these.
Do you think overall doing Homecoming in the Who Court was better than doing it in the Blue Dungeon?
I do. It's just a beautiful space.
Yeah, it's also bigger.
Yeah, like I didn't feel, I don't know, everyone just had their space and it just came out so beautiful. And the parents, the PA did, all the decoration. Like we had the idea and they ran with it, and they did such a great job. I mean, I don't like change, so I love my Blue Dungeon. Yeah. But now that I did at the Hugh Court, I really loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun this year.
Yeah, I liked how it was able to be a lot more like spread out, kind of, because the Blue Dungeon felt very crowded at times, especially with like the dance floor. I felt like I was always getting like pushed off, know?
Yeah.
But I liked this time it was much more spread out. Like I felt like I had room to breathe.
Yeah, and like the space, it's a big space to organize too, so it was kind of like the
Mm-hmm.
challenge. So the things that, like I'm saying, logistics, that's why we put the DJ in the middle. I brought out the bleachers so that it didn't seem so big, and then I put the DJ in the middle so that it kind of gave it a little bit like cozier feeling, and then the food in the back. So dance floor in the front, DJ and the food, so it didn't seem, you know, such a huge space.
I want to talk a little bit about kind of student involvement. So just like off the bat, from the week, what do you think was your like most favorite way that the students showed the school spirit?
You know, they put all this in action. Like, they're the ones trying to get these skits together, which is a grind for them because, you know, not a ton of people nobody wants to be in the video or do something silly or whatever. So like convincing your friends to do it is really, really difficult. And I'm constantly giving deadlines and I yell at them and they know it. I'm always like, this is boot camp. I'm on top of them. I'm sending them messages. I'm really, really hard on them before so that we are hitting all these deadlines, because like I said, that's the hardest part. It's all these logistics.
What has been your favorite homecoming theme that you've come up with over the years?
Obviously, this to me was my favorite just because I feel like everyone really, it was the first time I saw a lot of participation from the classes and the adults. So I think it was just, like I said, an accessible theme. One year we did a Disney theme and where the classes were like the different worlds, like like the different Tomorrowland, you know, like country jamboree,
so cool.
or like where the different Disney parks, like the different areas in the Disney and Magic Kingdom, and that I even built a Main Street USA.
No way.
And I rented one of those little cars, like those vintage cars that they drive around. And I had the principal driving around in the little car all through the school.
That's hilarious.
So that was honestly one of my favorite themes.
That's so cool.
So, and then we had like a villain day, and like people were like the faculty one day, we dressed as all the characters in the Haunted Mansion.
Oh my God.
It was such a great theme, and it worked out so great. And that was really fun. But you really have to have a big buy-in if you're gonna do something like that. So,
That's super fun.
Yeah.
Have you noticed any changes since you've been here in student participation?
Yes, I have. Like, I feel like I have a specialty, which is I can build spirit. I tell everyone, it takes 5 years. If you go to school where the spirit is somewhat low, it's a 5-year cycle, because I got to get that freshman class. I have to get them older. Then they're trained under me and what I want. And then you have that 5th class that comes in and it's already built, right? So we're going into year 3. There's a big difference between the first year I started and this year. So, you know, it's, you know, it's the second year we're doing Powder Puff. It was even better this year. I built in the Powder Puff cheerleaders. I forced getting guys in there. I got the cheerleading team to do it. I was practicing with them. I mean, they pulled it off like in such a way. So every year my idea is like, I want people to be like, what is Sosa gonna think of this year? Like every year I'm thinking of what can I add that's gonna add that extra element, so that now you have like full classes. Like my first year, it was your class, junior year. So next year they're gonna be seniors. So that class has like kind of been trained under me. So they already know how I work and what we're working towards. So it's like that next thing. And so you build that, okay, what's coming up in homecoming week, and you get to look forward to
I will definitely say the spirit, like in my grade and my friends between us, has definitely grown. And like I've always loved spirit. Like I think school spirit is such a cool, like fun thing that everyone should have. And like definitely a lot of my friends participate a lot more than they did when we first came.
Yeah, I'd say me too. I mean, I'm friends with your daughters.
I was gonna say, my poor kids, they have no choice. We're buying our outfits like weeks before, but
how do you think like next year, like if you could, I don't want to say like compare, but like what are your thoughts if you could like predict how next year's homecoming is gonna be like in the sense of like community and spirit? Could you like kind of predict or hope? What do you hope for?
I hope it's as good, but I know it'll be better than this year, because again, I said now all these classes have like lived through me, like, and what student council has built in this time. So I think it's one of those things, like, even, okay, like I had a hard time getting the boys together for Powder Puff, but I know I'm not going to have that issue next year because they saw how much fun that they were down on the field, things like that. So it's like, it makes it a little easier. I have an idea of something that I want to do for next year that I have to see how I can fit into the schedule, which I think kids would love, but I have an idea. I have things.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and your feelings on homecoming
Thank you so
week.
much.
Thank you for having me.
Of
We're
course,
really
I had
excited
so much
for next
fun.
year.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to check out our other episodes on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.